Welcome back, my resin monkeys, to chapter 2 of Back to Basics. Alright, you got your kit. You're all pumped up to work on it. But wait! There's still a very crucial step you need to take before you even start moving those little fingers to the sound of brushes splatting into paint. Working with GKs does include dealing with certain health hazards, so it's very important to be safe than sorry. Be sure to have a pair of protective eyeglasses and an NIOSH approved and N95 rated face mask. There will be times when you're cutting resin or wires and they can fly into your eyes. And there's always going to be a time when you will be sanding resin pieces, and resin dust is highly hazardous when inhaled or ingested. So do yourself a favor and go get these two items before you even start. Your future self will thank you for it. Okay, safety aside, we can now take the next step, which is also very important, because if this is not done right, you'll have problems with your paint in the future. When the resin pieces are taken out of the mold, they have mold release on them. Mold release is a special grease used so the mold pieces won't stick together. So it's your job to wash away all that grease so that the paint can adhere to the surface of the piece that you're painting. Every GK builder has a preference on the type of cleaning agent they want to use to wash their kits. I personally use OxiClean. It's cheap, lasts a lot, and removes any mold release left behind. So I take a medium to large plastic container to hold all the pieces and fill it with water. Now what I do is add 1 to 2 scoops of OxiClean and leave it overnight. Other GK builders use Purple Power or Simple Green to clean their kits. The ratio is usually 1 part water, 1 part degreaser, and also leave it overnight. I understand that Purple Power doesn't stain the pieces at all, and it's safe to use. If you can't find any of these cleaning agents, be sure to use an industrial strength degreaser that's also biodegradable. That's how you know it won't damage the resin. If it can cut through grease and it won't hurt your skin, then use it. Try not to use dishwashing detergent because it will not have the same effect as these cleaning agents. Okay, so all the pieces have been soaking for 24 hours. The next step is to clean every single piece carefully. Be sure to have a strainer next to your container so you won't lose very small pieces down the drain. Trust me, it's happened to me in the past, and I've had to take apart my drain pipes to get the pieces back, and it's a messy business, and you don't want to go through that. I don't recommend it. Almost everybody has one at home, so be sure to have one with you at all times. If you don't have one, just use an old towel to keep the pieces from going down the drain. I tend to add a little bit of soap when starting to wash. This is so it can generate some bubbles and make it easier to clean. I use an old toothbrush and pass it over every piece. Be sure not to scrub really hard, but not so gentle. Just the same amount of force you use when you clean your own teeth. Unless there are pieces that are small or fragile, then be gentle. When I have pieces that are big like this, I like to use a bigger brush to scrub all the area. Because sometimes cleaning big parts with a small toothbrush is not great in saving time. It's like cleaning the bathroom with a toothbrush. You'll never finish fast. So having a large brush is always handy for pieces like these. After you're done scrubbing, take all the pieces and rinse all the detergent away. You can just scrub away with your hands or use the toothbrush again. It's okay as long as there is no more cleaning agent left behind. And that's it! All you need to do now is leave pieces to dry. I leave them in the strainer and then come back later. If you want to start right away and don't like to wait, then take a hairdryer and blow cold air to dry them out. Be sure to not use hot air. Heat bends resin, so it's best to not do it when it's not needed. Don't worry, I'll get to that in the next episode when I talk about test fitting and pinning. If you like this video, be sure to check out more in my channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't to get updates on the next video, and like, share, and comment too. I'll see you next week for another chapter of Back to Basics, and as always, thanks for watching.